I mean, he kind of sounds like a superhero. Good old Hank Marvin. I know what it is to be mortal, but I don't know what British people mean when they say mortal. Give me a tinkle on the blower. I mean, that just sounds all kinds of wrong. Hey guys, welcome back to the Girl Gone London channel. If you're new here, my name is Kalyn. I've lived in the UK for 10 years, almost 10 years, as an American, and this is part 2 of American Tries to Figure Out British Phrases. Now, before I get too deep into it, make sure to check out the description below. I have a link to my book on moving to the UK and life in the UK as an expat. There's also a Facebook group you're welcome to join, as well as some other links and contact details if you are somebody who's interested in moving to the UK or learning more about expat life here. Now, let's jump right into part 2 of this video. If you haven't seen part 1, check that out first. I think I'm doing okay, but they are getting harder as we go on, so I'm just gonna pick up where I left off and I'm going to test to see if I know what British phrases mean. So the next one on our list is full of beans. And I feel like full of beans is full of beans. Somebody is full of beans. Does it mean something to do with lying? Full of beans, yeah. Like they're not telling the truth. You're full of beans. No, that does not mean that. Answer. Someone that's energetic, lively, or enthusiastic might be described as full of beans. Gaff. Gaff. I feel like this has a negative connotation. Something is gaff. Like, tacky. I'm gonna go with tacky. Something that's gaff is something that's tacky. No. Gaff is an informal word for home. Also, this might be a funny time to mention, did you know that Americans and British people use, or shall I say English people, because I don't know about the other countries in the UK, but English people and American people use the word homely in very different ways. In the UK, homely means something that is comforting. If someone is homely, they feel like home. It's a good, positive connotation. Now, if you're American, you're laughing at this right now because you can see where this is going. My husband called me homely and I was like, why would you say that? That's extremely rude. Because homely in the US is something that is shabby or ugly or just plain and not very good looking. So my husband was like, oh, you're so homely. And I was like, what did I ever do to you? Okay, next one. Gallivanting. I mean, I think gallivanting means to like move. Like I just use it, oh, like we're gonna go gallivant around the store. Like moving with a freedom, gallivanting. To gallivant means to roam or to set off an expedition with the sole intention of having some lighthearted fun. Yeah, pretty much what I thought. Geezer. Geezer is somebody who is old. No. Is that what we say in America? Okay. Geezer is a man that could be described as suave or dapper and is often suited and booted. Okay, so definitely not old. Men from East London are also commonly referred to as geezers. There you go. Geezer does not mean old in the UK, apparently. Give me a tinkle on the blower. I mean, that just sounds all kinds of wrong, but I would say, like, give me a call on the phone. And that's just kind of putting context clues together because I've heard people say, like, give me a tinkle before, but tinkle in the US means going number 1. So, kind of strange to hear, but I think it means give me a phone call. Yes, it means give me a call or ring me. Okay. Gobsmacked. Oh, if you're gobsmacked, you like can't believe what's happening. You are completely shocked. Yes, answer astounded, bewildered, or shocked. Okay, next one, gutted. This is something people say a lot. Gutted is you're really upset about something. You're gutted that your team didn't win the game. Devastated or extremely upset, yes. Don't you just like how British words though, like even the words about something intense always just sound less intense? Like devastated, gutted, I'm gutted. Americans are like, I am devastated. And Brits are like, oh, gutted. Right, anyway, moving on. Half past. Okay, half past is referring to the time. So like 3:30 is 3:30. Answer, yes. While Americans are more likely to say 7:30, Brits will more often refer to times in half past 7, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yes. Hank Marvin. I don't even know how to guess. Hank Marvin. Hank Marvin is a man. Hank Marvin. I mean, he kind of sounds like a superhero. Good old Hank Marvin. Hank Marvin is a man who's really hungry. Oh my gosh, you guys! Hank Marvin is Cockney rhyming slang for starving. I mean, I don't think I must have had that somewhere back in like, why did I think it? Maybe because I did kind of associate Marvin with starving. I feel so impressed with my guess right now. So not exactly correct. It doesn't necessarily mean a man who is hungry, but it's slang for I'm hungry or I'm ravenous. I am blown away right now. Okay, next one. Innit. That's what British people say, like, isn't it? Isn't it? Innit. I don't even think I can say it. Yeah. It's an abbreviation of isn't it, most commonly used amongst teenagers and young people. This phrase is used to confirm or agree with something that another person has just said. Leg it. Leg it is when you're rushing to go somewhere. Answer, make a run for it. Yeah. Long. Long. I mean, long means something that is not short. No, something that takes a lot of effort and probably isn't going to be worth all the effort either could be described as long. Okay, next one, lurgy. I think that's how they want me to say lurgy. And that would be like a sickness. You have the lurgy. Or is that what we say in America? I often get very confused at what we say in America versus what they say here because most of my family and friends are still American, but obviously I've lived here, so it can be very confusing. I'm gonna say lurgy is a sickness. Yes, if someone's caught the lurgy, they're suffering from cold or flu-like symptoms. Okay, miffed. If you're miffed, you're like annoyed, but you're not like incredibly annoyed, then maybe you are incredibly annoyed, and that's just British people using words that mean less intense things even when they feel intense. But I'm gonna say like it's not incredibly annoyed, but you're just like kind of annoyed. Okay, yes, slightly irritated or annoyed. Minging. Something that tastes really bad. This is not good. This is not a good word. Yes, something unpleasant, unappetizing, or highly unattractive. Next one, mint. Has to do with money, I feel like. Minted, like you're minted, mint. Or does it mean like mint condition? Okay, I'm gonna guess mint. Mint means something to do with money. Okay, no. Mint might be used when referring to something of the highest caliber. Those shoes are mint. So not to do with money, but having to do with mint condition. Mortal. I mean, I know what it is to be mortal, but I don't know what British people mean when they say mortal. Mortal. Mortal is like when someone escapes a near-death situation, you're like, you're mortal. Okay. Mortal describes someone highly intoxicated or drunk in a sloppy manner. I mean, close. Okay, nick. These are getting so hard because I don't have any idea what the word nick means, besides that it's a name. Nick. To like nick yourself. Nick. In the nick of time. Okay, I'm gonna guess nick is somebody who shows up on time. The nick can refer to prison, while to nick also means to steal. All right, okay, got it. On it like a car bonnet. I feel like on it like a car bonnet probably means like like they're really committed. They're gonna do it quickly. Like they've got the instruction and like they're just gonna roll with it. It might be said by someone that has the situation under control. Yeah. On the pull, that means when someone is trying to find somebody to, you know, go back home with. Yes, you go out on a night out looking to take somebody home. Over egg the pudding. Okay, I feel like I've heard this one, but I feel like they say don't over egg the pudding. So maybe if you're over egging the pudding, it's like too many cooks in the kitchen, like you're doing too much. Yeah, over egg the pudding. It's like you're doing too much. You need to just stop. Yes, okay, over egging the pudding means embellishing or overdoing something to the extent that it's detrimental to the finished product. Okay, close enough. Next one, pants. Okay. First of all, pants means underwear in the UK, but if something is pants, that means it's bad. Rubbish, trash, garbage. Yes, okay. Par. I mean like par 4, par means like what you expected. That's par. Par for the course, you know? No. A par breaches social and common courtesy. For example, a disrespectful comment could be seen as a par. Okay. Par can also be used as a verb. You just got parred. Pear-shaped. Okay, pear-shaped in the US is a type of physique. And here, pear-shaped means something has gone wrong. It's gone pear-shaped. It's gone like upside down, not good, bad. A situation which has quickly evolved into an accident waiting to happen might be described as gone pear-shaped. I feel like I was correct. Pea-souper. Pea-souper. Is this gonna be like a Cockney rhyming slang thing? Pea-souper. What does super rhyme with? A pea-souper. Like somebody who just likes what they know and like the boring and the plain. They don't want to try new things. A pea-souper. No. A pea-souper is a thick fog, often with a yellow or black tinge, caused by air pollution. Pinch punch first of the month is what they say to each other on the first day of the month. It's like an ongoing game, and if you say it first, then you win for that month. I know this because my husband and mother-in-law have played it since the beginning of time. Pop your clogs. Popping your clogs in the UK means to die. Poppycock. I think if something is poppycock, it's like, it's rubbish. Like you're not telling the truth. Like you're just talking and you don't know what you're talking about. Yes, something that is nonsense, rubbish, or simply untrue. Quids in. Okay, quids in means that you like earned money from something. No, not necessarily. Quids in is like you got a positive outcome. So if, what would be an example? Quids in. Like just something good, something positive. Let's let them explain it. Somebody who's quids in has invested in an opportunity which is probably going to benefit them massively. Okay, I think of quids in as like if you return an item to Amazon and they give you the money back, but also they let you keep what you bought, you're like quids in. Maybe that's just how my husband uses it. Round. Oh, like a round of drinks. Not necessarily round like a circle, like you do like a round of drinks at the pub where somebody buys everybody a drink and it's like doing a round. Yes, that is correct. Shambles. If everything is in shambles, everything is falling apart. Yes, a disorganized mess. Shirty. Shirty, isn't shirty like snarky? Like if you're being shirty, you're being short with somebody. Or like kind of sarcastic, maybe? Someone short-tempered or irritated might be described as shirty. Okay. Skew-whiff, which I did not know was spelled the way that it is spelled. If something is skew-whiff, it's slightly off. Yeah, well, askew, so maybe not just slightly, but it's off. Like the measurement was skew-whiff. Brits are probably gonna be like, that's not how we use it. But something is slightly off, and I often hear it referred to like physical things. Skive. To skive is to skip school. act of avoiding work or school, often by pretending to be ill, so playing hooky. Okay, slumped. If you're slumped, you're tired? You're slumped? You're slumped over? Slumped. Lacking in energy, usually after a long period of exertion. Okay, I'm gonna give myself that one. Smarmy. Okay, if you're smarmy, you're like a used car salesman who is like being too fake and people don't even want to get around you because you just exude fakeness. You're smarmy. Yes, someone that comes across as scheming or untrustworthy might be described as smarmy. Sod's Law. I've heard Sod's Law a lot. Is this Sod's Law? It's something like the worst is gonna happen. What do we call it in the US? We don't say Sod's Law, but we have that phrase. Okay, I don't know how much of that actually recorded, but funnily enough, my camera died during the Sod's Law explanation. So depending on how much you saw, we learned that Sod's Law means if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. Next one, spanner in the works. So spanner in the works means that there's a, what do we say? A wrench in your plans? Because a spanner is a wrench, right? Yes, I think so. But spanner in the works means you planned something and something has come along to change that situation. So the answer is an event that disrupts the natural pre-planned order of events. Yes, okay. Spend a penny. I mean, like a penny's not that much money. Spend a penny. I feel like this doesn't even have to do with money. Spend a penny. Spend a penny. Maybe this is like a rhyming one. What rhymes with penny? Henny. Denny's. Spend a penny is someone who's cheap. No. 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 To spend a penny is a polite euphemism for going to the toilet. The phrase goes back to Victorian public toilets, which required users to insert a single penny. Okay, splash out. Splash out. Splash out means like, I'm gonna splash out. Okay, oh, like splash out. I'm going to indulge. I'm gonna like spend a lot of money. I'm like, yeah, splash out, like go crazy and like buy what I want. Yes, to splash out means spending significant amounts of money on a particular item or event. Next one, Swot. Okay. This has something to do with a type of person, some sort of like class system thing, but I don't actually remember enough to guess, but I don't think it's a positive thing. Part of me thinks that has something to do with like rich people? No. Similar to nerd or geek, but less derogatory. Someone that takes academic study very seriously. Okay, so I was wrong. I mean, well, it's less derogatory, but it's not necessarily a positive thing, but it has nothing to do with the class system. Take the biscuit. I think when you take the biscuit, like you win. Take the or like takes the cake. This one takes the cake. This one wins. No, that is completely incorrect. Take the biscuit. If someone has done something highly irritating or surprising in an exasperating fashion, you might say that they've taken the biscuit. Take the mickey, making fun of someone. I know that one. Tickety-boo. If everything is tickety-boo, it's like checked off, all good to go, everything looks good. Tickety-boo. Okay, next one. Waffle. Okay. It's not actually the thing that Americans love to eat for breakfast. To waffle is like, to waffle is to like talk nonsense, like talk in circles. And like, so waffle is like a kind of, you're not in, you're not out, you're just like in between things. Yes, okay. When someone makes a great speech while skirting around a subject or saying little of any value, you might say they're waffling. Okay, next one, Wally. This is like a light-hearted insult. like, you're such a Wally, but I think it's like not a horrible thing. It's like a more lighthearted thing. Someone silly or incompetent might be described as a Wally. Okay, kind of. Wangle. To wangle, like to wrangle. Wangle. Like bangles. Wangle. Like, I'm gonna say wangle means like to wrangle something. That, I mean, I don't even, that's probably not right. Wangle. Let's see. If you've wangled something, you've accomplished or attained something through cunning means. Okay, so you have wrangled something through cunning means. Whinge, that is basically complaining. Pretty sure. Yeah, to whinge means to moan, groan, and complain in an irritating or whiny fashion. Next one, wind your neck in. That means mind your own business. Wind up merchant. Wind up merchant. Well, like to wind up somebody means to get them like agitated. Merchant, like a sales merchant. Wind up merchant. I feel like it's not gonna have anything to do with that. Wind up merchant is a shop, is a wind up. It's like a really good store. No. Someone that makes comments just to spark controversy or argument might be labeled a wind-up merchant. Okay, next one, zonked. That means like extremely tired, exhausted, done. Yes. And that was the last one. So I hope you've enjoyed learning these phrases if you're not from the UK, watching me try and figure out these phrases if you are from the UK, and making fun of a lot of my very wrong guesses. Like I said, I have lived here for almost 10 years and I feel like I knew more of them than I feel like I would before I moved here. So I do feel like I've learned some things, but obviously there are ones that people around me don't necessarily use in conversation all the time, or maybe more regional, or ones that aren't used as much anymore. But that was my take on British phrases as an American. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you want to join us for more videos. I talk about everything from American versus the UK sensibilities, videos like this of me just making fun of myself, and lots of other content, especially more travel content as the world opens up and we're able to do so. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.